Okay.
Twitch. So
I guess
Twitch.
Should we start this?
we'll just go with the flow.
Let's do it.
Kick me off. Make sure no one can see it in my shorts. Boom. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da,
Everyone else can hear it.
You got me, Bernie? Which one do you need to look at?
this one.
All right. What's up, everyone? This is Jason at GoPowerSports. This is Minibikin and Eazy live podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about go-karts, mini bikes, drag racing, power sports, mini bikes, and just general. Sometimes what you watch on Netflix. I am always and greatly appreciative of my main man Zane keeping us in the lane.
What's up, everyone?
I got Bernie's on the 1s, 2s, and 3s.
Peace.
Woo!
No burning cam today.
We're live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch,
MySpace.
your mama's house.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this will also then be on Spotify podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere else, Zane?
Anywhere, most major platforms that you can access podcasts.
All the top hits, maybe on a radio somewhere. And today we are pleasantly surprised, and we have an awesome guest for you guys today. We have dual guests for you, a couple. We have CFour and Misty. So there's
clapping right now. But
So I'm gonna start it off with CFour. You go by CFour. Your name is Chris,
McCoy.
and now you gotta tell me
The real McCoy.
Where does
The real
CFour
McCoy, you're exactly
Yeah.
right.
where does CFour come from?
It comes from my Facebook page. A few years back, actually about 5-6 years ago, I bought a Corvette and started doing some street racing with it. At the time, didn't have social media. Got involved with a group of guys that planned races on the streets, and that was one way to connect and hook up with them was through Facebook. And so I created a Facebook page with my car. And then kind of blew up from there and got into mini biking, and then just kind of kept that page as an avenue for social media. And now everybody just knows me as CFour. And I have to owe that to our one and only Flacco. He was like, "Man, I'm not even trying to remember your name." He goes, "You're CFour."
That makes it too easy that way.
Yeah, so I've been CFour. So from then on,
And then now you are joined by your lovely wife Misty.
yeah, Misty McCoy.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for about 7 years. Been married for the last 2.
nice.
Yeah.
But their history goes deeper.
Yeah, we went to high school together back way a long time ago.
Oh, back in the day. Okay.
Long
Very
time ago.
cool. Nice. So, did you guys keep in touch? Or?
No, actually, no, we didn't. Kind of reconnected like several decades later.
Whoa, several decades.
Yeah.
That's like,
But
I
I
don't know
think,
several
We're
decades,
not
but,
very
you
young.
know.
We're not as young as we might appear to be.
yeah.
but I'm connecting the dots. You had to have a Facebook account just to get with this your Corvette racing crew.
Correct.
Now, how did so?
That's what I'm saying. I started connecting with friends through that Facebook account.
Okay, and
He
then
found
Misty
me.
was
my
your
social
friend.
media kind of started to
Wow.
expand from just my racing friends to actual friends, and so that's how Misty was found.
To newly wife.
Yeah.
You see that circle there, Zane?
Yeah, I
It
see
was
it.
all mountain.
I didn't
meant
even have to
be.
swipe left
Yeah.
or right.
Stop.
So wait, so Missy, were you racing at this time too?
No, I was
no.
not.
Okay, gotcha. So, but you stumbled upon, or he stumbled upon, and messaged you, and you're like,
He-
I kind of remember
he
that
messaged
guy.
me, "Hey, didn't we go to school together?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Oh, he's kind of cute."
That's awesome, man.
The young kids
Very
call it
cute.
Riz.
Yeah.
He's got the Riz.
He's got the Riz.
And her
Okay.
racing is definitely a byproduct of me.
Oh, gotcha.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. There has been times where she's been a passenger in my Corvette and has not said a single word. And I promise you, the average man would have been hollering out loud because I've put her through some stuff being in a passenger of my car.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done several high-speed runs and got squirrely several times. We used to do a lot of street racing with my Corvette.
Oh, cool.
That's exciting, though.
Yeah,
It
the
is
mini
exciting.
bike has actually kind of helped me out with that because it's gave me an avenue to feel that need for speed and yet not get in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say street racing, like highway racing, or you guys are
I
finding
did
it back?
roll and dig
Okay.
racing, yeah.
Okay.
Both.
Now, was there ever gambling involved?
Yeah, there's always grudge
Okay.
racing involved.
What I mean, yeah.
Now, has anyone lost a car or anything?
Oh no,
okay.
yeah, no.
I know
I was
how
never
Fast and
bet. I was
Furious this is.
never
Not,
that.
not going for pink slips.
Never
like
that
in Fast and
never
Furious.
big ballers betting for pink slips. No.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because that's like most of my experience with racing is probably from movies, and so it's probably not very correct.
You know, I was living in Oklahoma City, and the 405 is, you know, the mecca of street racing. That's where a
Yeah.
lot of stuff happens, and so I lived there for a long time, and that's the reason why I was involved with it. So I have literally been to events on the streets that mimicked what you would see out of the movies.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Welcome to Brazil.
Yeah.
Cops show up, people just scatter, you
Yeah.
know, stuff like that.
Well, I mean, yeah. We were looking back at some of our footage from Compton, and we were thinking about the Compton times, and like watching some of that footage. Like, yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Is cops show up, and you're like, okay, we're all gonna jump in cars and go driving off against traffic out of here or
To
something.
the
Yeah.
next spot.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a saying, lazy feet get you beat? Was it? It was like whoever was the slowest person, you didn't want to be the slowest person. What was the slogan?
Lazy feet don't eat. Or
That's what
something.
it- yeah.
Slow feet or something like that.
Yeah.
Dang, it was so catchy. We should have put it on a shirt.
Ah,
Okay, well,
no,
next
it's
time.
okay. Yeah.
So mini bike. So it was Corvette, and then how did you make the transition to mini bike?
Man, I have a group of friends in my hometown, Lawton, Oklahoma. They came up with some Colemans, some stock Colemans. I don't know where they got them, but a couple of my
Like big
friends.
Colemans, little Colemans, like
CT 100s.
100s.
Yeah,
okay.
the little ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Landon, Augusta, Addison, Augusta, those guys. Shout out to those guys. We got together and found out that they were holding a mini bike race at Thunder Valley, Mini Bike Coalition.
Okay.
Jack.
Oh,
So
nice.
okay, the Jack.
Yeah,
okay,
the Jack
nice.
Ramsey.
One and only, man.
Right? Was holding the race up there, and that's the side note. That's the first race I ever met Cole in, Cole Weaver.
Nice.
So we went up there. We took our stock Coleman CT 100U. I had swapped it with a 212 Predator and took the governor off. That was the only thing I had done to it. Still had the big balloon tires on it and everything.
Okay. So top speed of
35.
Okay.
Whopping 35. And now I'm telling you, that's all it took to hook me.
Yeah.
So we went up there, we raced that race, and you can ask her, the next week I was ordering stuff off GoPowerSports to
Nice.
build the motor. And so that's what kind of started it. And when I moved down here and found out that GoPowerSports was here local in Keller, showed up here, met Evan. Evan said, "Oh, you like to drag race? Well, let me introduce you to Flacco."
Shouts out to Evan.
And then,
Yeah.
shout out to Evan. And then once I met Flacco, done.
Nice.
My obsession was full blown, kicked in. Yeah.
So-
yeah, started immediately ordered a bike and had one built, a purpose built drag bike.
Okay. Is that the one behind us?
No,
Okay.
No, that was his wedding
that
gift.
was
Oh,
my bike. My bike.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
The little silver micro.
Okay.
Yeah. Started off with that one. Once I got that one and started playing with that one, went to the Pull Start picnic 2 years ago, met Montoya, saw the frame that he made you guys, tried to buy it from him. Misty,
wouldn't sell it to
Misty
us.
did everything
Oh,
she
wow.
could to get it from him. But,
What?
He wouldn't sell it to
yeah.
us.
So, long story short, we had Montoya build us a frame.
Nice.
He sent the frame and forks to us, and that's where that bike came from behind us.
Yeah.
Well, shouts out to Montoya.
And
Yeah,
that,
man.
that is Misty's drag bike.
Okay.
Did you call him Slow Toya?
Yeah, that's what Taylor calls them.
Oh, no.
Montoya. Montoya's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you brought Misty to your first mini bike drag
Yeah,
race
yeah.
that you were going top speeds 35, and then you saw it and said, "No, okay, I want a piece of this." If he's going,
No, actually,
I didn't
she didn't
really
get
want
into it.
into it till after I went to the Pull Star picnic.
She didn't get into
Okay.
it until
That
I
very
was
first one,
going
yeah.
over
Okay.
probably 60, 65 by then.
oh, okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
last,
then I was like, I want to end on this fun. I want to get in on this.
And it was
Yeah.
just an excuse for me to build another bike, honestly.
Yeah.
I looked at Montoya's bike and I was like, I just got this one. I want that one. I'm like, do you
was
want to
like,
race?
build
I
it
said,
for
I said,
me.
do you want
Yes,
to race? And she
exactly.
said, yes. I said, say less.
He just wanted to work on bikes, so,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
so
Do
was
you have
it-
a background in racing?
no,
before
not at
this?
all.
Oh.
I mean, I can go fast in my car. I love to do that.
She's a
I've
speed
had
demon.
many speeding tickets,
Oh.
tickets, but outside that, no, never.
Informal
never dragged.
training.
She's got a
Got us.
370Z
Okay.
right now that
Yes.
she like
Oh,
takes,
super
Oh,
cool.
takes the
nice.
corners in. And before then, she had a Camaro that she would scare me in sometimes.
Is that what Harley has? He has a 280 maybe. 280Z.
This is a you said a 370Z.
370.
It's like a
370.
newer
Just the
style.
newer one. Yeah, hers is a convertible.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
Heck
I've
yeah.
taken it out to Yellow Belly. Given
Brandy
it a
said
ride
nothing
down.
wrong with that. Going fast. So.
Right?
Shouts out to Busted Knuckles
Busted Knuckles,
Yes,
Brandy.
what's up, Brandy?
Hey guys.
and Braylon.
Oh,
and
what's up,
everybody else on
Braylon?
here.
Oh, and Braylon. And just other category?
Yeah,
Okay.
other. All right.
Nitro Braylon?
Braylon Rooker.
Yeah, Nitro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Braylon.
Okay, so now we're at the drag racing. Your first race is then when, Misty?
Oh, goodness. It was
Um,
probably about a year ago.
We did a lot of testing before Misty actually raced, but Misty was her actual real first race was the DFW Minibike drag racing winter shootout. The room was real cold. Bernie, I think you came out. It was like
Back in
30
December.
degrees outside
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that,
Nice.
that night. Misty got put out by Devin, who eventually won it. I think she was either fourth or third. We really didn't race for a third or fourth or fifth place, but it fell along somewhere right in there. So
Nice. Okay.
she was a bracket away from being in the final.
at least top of the pack at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We realized real quick that she had potential.
Okay.
The bike did, and she did. So we've been slowly stepping the stones to being faster and faster and faster.
Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to throw her on something stupid fast right off the bat. So
Yeah.
we've been kind of slowly but surely getting her way up there.
Okay.
She
So-
started off with just a built 225 and then jumped up to a built 236. And then
Okay.
now what do you got?
I have a small block with a billet head built by Paul here at
Heck yeah.
GPS.
Nice.
Oh,
Shouts out to
nice.
Paul.
Oh yeah, Paul.
Did you notice that True Grudge Racer Talk really didn't tell you what she had?
That's okay. You got to keep that close to the cuff.
Yeah.
So were there practice runs before that race and that winter shootout? Like,
Oh,
did
yeah.
you go out to Yellow Belly
Oh,
beforehand?
yes. We were going out to Yellow Belly every chance we got.
Okay, just to be able to time
I
out
had
the
to
tree.
practice the tree, get it down, just make sure I was comfortable on the bike.
Okay, so you're that's a lot more prep than a lot of people took from
Hey.
even the GPS
Man,
660.
I'm telling you,
Your
when
dad is calling me.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Dave.
I would say don't pick it up.
We're in the middle of a podcast.
And I told him that beforehand. I'm sorry.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Dave.
Yeah, they're going to Rome. That's right. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
How rude.
No, what I was saying.
You
was
watching
that,
Bluey?
We've got a stack of time slips over the last year. I promise you that's that thick. There's only been probably maybe Flacco, Kevin, Cole. Maybe those three are the only three that's been to Yellow Belly either as much as we have.
Nice.
Yeah,
But you're part of that core group.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that. Yeah,
man.
absolutely, 100%.
I mean, that's like because I remember Flacco was talking about it when it was starting off, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, there's 4 or 5 people show up, and that's all you guys had,
Yeah.
and now. Like, I will say the 660 went really well. Like, there was a lot more people than I was expecting out there.
It did.
So,
It went really well, and I was proud and excited to see that take place. It was like me and Flacco and Kevin, Cole, we all kind of just stepped back and stood there for a second and kind of looked and was like, wow, I mean, look what we've done.
yeah.
It's really become something. And we noticed a huge difference in the interest when you guys got aboard and your social media started helping out.
Yeah.
The 660 page,
Yeah.
it really helped out. And I've seen a lot of interest. A lot of people, I don't think a lot of people realize that you could drag race mini bikes. I think a lot of people know they're off-road and do a lot of street stuff, recreational, but I don't know if people actually knew that there was purposely built drag bikes out there.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Flacco because he really helped with that movement. I know that we built the Rascal frame and we knew our next step was to make a drag frame because that's just we done all the off-road stuff. How can this company grow? Oh,
Right.
well, let's do a drag bike. And then Flacco being our jockey and then knowing how much he loved to drag race, we're like, oh, we knew you liked mini bikes, but now I know like you really like mini bikes. So it gave us a chance to see Flacco flourish. And it's just been an amazing ride just to see him hook up with you guys, with Devin and Kevin, and seeing you guys build it. When I saw that shootout and I saw video footage and Bernie going down there, and he was like, this is for real. It's more than just 4 or 5 people. Like, we should grow it. I think from there, we then brought Flacco up here and said, Flacco, we think you have something here. How would you do this? And then Day came a part of it, like, okay, you two, it's all about drag mini bikes. Like, how would you do that and grow? So shouts out to Day and Flacco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we missed Day Day.
Yes. And I appreciate you stopping me at the GPS 660, and I wish I could have done this. But you said, hey, give a shout out to Flacco for all the hard work he's done.
Yeah, I wanted the crew, the core crew of the DFW guys, Cole, Weaver, Flacco, Devin, Kevin, all those guys that have been in it week after week. I wanted those guys to get recognition amongst their peers.
Yeah.
And we're doing that now, so
Yeah.
we appreciate you guys.
Good job.
Yeah, shout out
And
to the
appreciate you
DFW
two,
guys.
like really being in there and being so invested into it. That's
Thanks.
awesome. Just like having that conversation, like you understand that it's not about so much winning a few bucks here and there. It's about really growing the sport. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, this race that's coming up, I've invested some of my own money in. I've bought trophies out of my own pocket
Nice.
that are on their way. I want to see this thing grow, and I want people to have fun. I want people to take away things from the race to have memories about. You know, I'm trying to come up with some different things to do at a race to make it more involved other than just a first place winner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want somebody to have a good time and walk away with something that they can remember. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm going to buy stuff and I'm going to give away to people. If I see a crew that's doing real good and everybody looks like a team, I want to give away the best team award.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know, I want to make my races more of an event than a race.
Yeah.
And that's what we're striving to do. We want to take our DFW guys and our races and turn it into like a Texas-wide thing.
Okay.
I would like to see like almost like a circuit
Yeah.
and do like a points championship or something like that.
I've been.
So you should hook up with Zane. Zane's got some ideas on this too.
I've been
Definitely.
I've
Because
definitely
we
been
got
saying we
we got the Houston Eastside Minibike guys.
Yep.
Out of Houston. Shout out to Zach and all those guys.
Yeah.
They're holding a race down in Houston this weekend. So if we could get a race in Houston, a race in Temple that's already established.
Yeah.
DFW. Now we're adding an event in Lubbock. We'll get to that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They're building a brand new track in San Angelo, Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So there are several tracks around Texas where we could hold mini bike events, and that they will embrace mini bike events.
Yeah.
And we just got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
While the iron's hot, we gotta go.
Well, I think it's also when there's opportunities to really test yourself, people really rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Because this is definitely a thing where it's. I want to say also thank you. When we were at the 660, I was like, anytime I've done races or something, it's always been like, okay, I'm on foot or whatever. And so it's like when you hit a sub 5 mile, you're like, yeah, I'm fast, and you want to tell people. And I remember I was super excited for Blake because he had hit this thing, and I was like saying like, oh man, he hit. Bleep
Shout out to Blake Crosby, my
Yeah,
electric
man.
guy.
Exactly.
Zane learned that day that Yellow Belly's a grudge racing track, and
Yeah.
that grudge racing is all about not showing your hand.
Yeah, it's playing it really close to the chest.
It's like playing poker. You don't
Yeah.
want to show your hand until you absolutely have to. So you don't want no one to know your times. That's a no-time track. That's the reason why there's no board at the end of the track to show your times.
Yeah.
That is the oldest and the most gangster grudge track in America,
Yeah.
Yellow Belly.
Yeah.
And we're proud to say that's our home track.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciated you.
Yeah,
First
yeah.
off, correcting me.
Yeah.
And secondly, also that's an insight into it where it's like, this is something that people you're not even going to really get to talk about your accomplishment until you've shown it on the track.
Yeah.
There's really nothing that you can do until you've already put it out there.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty. It's dope, and it gives people the opportunity to really push against themselves, and really you're competing against you from whenever you last got out onto the track.
Yeah, and speaking of
So-
Blake, he's made such a difference, at least with me, in my opinion, in his skill level to build a bike and make it as fast as he has, that I've actually given him his own class in this next race. So we're going to have an electric class
Oh, nice.
in this up-and-coming race on the 28th.
Yeah, I think.
So I told him, I said, show me what you got. Get all your electric guys together. I've got trophies for them. They're going to have their buy-in money. The track's going to throw in a little bit of money on top of the pot.
Nice.
So there's money to be won and trophies to be had.
Nice. Okay. Definitely. Well, now I'm even more excited for this.
Yeah.
I've been a very big proponent. I think that the electric races
It's
are
the
real
future.
interesting.
I mean,
man.
honestly, electric is the future. I'm an electronic technician.
Oh, okay.
And why I don't have an electric bike yet, I don't know. Because
Yeah.
I like gas. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been racing with motors my whole life. So to make that electric transition would kind of go against what I've grown up with.
Yeah,
But with
yeah.
that being said, it's stupid fast and it's not going anywhere. It's just going to be more and more prevalent in everything we do, from cars to scooters to bikes to everything.
It's going to be part of the mix, and that's like it's not saying that combustion engines are going anywhere.
Battery
but-
technology is come a long ways, and it's going to do nothing but continue to advance.
Yeah.
So
I just think
I'm
it's
excited
like-
about the racing aspect of how fast you can make something go with electric.
No, certainly.
Yeah, but we're gonna see what Blake can do. Hopefully, he gets enough people up here.
Because
to
I
where he
want
can actually have a
to
race.
see him to have some people to race against. Because it's
There
it's
is-
tough
there-
to go against it. Man.
I seen
like,
I seen on Facebook the other day there is a guy building a RFC full size drag bike, and it's going to be electric, 96 volts. And Blake's already called him out and told him to pull up. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Awesome. I'm excited for this now.
Yeah.
For me, it's the sound. I love the sound. The brr, brr, brr. I just,
Yeah, you can't. There's no substitute for
Yeah.
a combustion engine. But with that being said, I try to explain to people that don't know racing or don't know motors. When you flip a light switch, your light switch don't go and
what
rev up
if?
and turn on. When you turn that light switch on, it turns on, and that's
Yeah.
how electric works.
Yeah.
That's why he's out of the hole and he's gone.
Yeah. I just like that little Doppler
Instant
sound you
torque.
get. The
Instant
little,
torque.
Like,
Yeah.
it goes right past you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think racing is like all five senses to be able to feel all those G's, be able to hear that, be able to smell that gas, that meth just going off. Like, I just love being in that moment.
But think if you didn't have to smell all that stuff.
I would live longer.
You might be addicted to the smell.
No, seriously, my dad's got an old '69 Mustang, and he used to sit in the garage for a while. But I would just open up that tank and just whip that all night. gas.
No, man.
We're not promoting this,
Yeah.
people.
Don't do that.
Well, I was just gonna say it gives you something else to concentrate on. Is like you
Yes.
don't have to concentrate on any of the other things that are going
Just
on.
race.
You're just like, okay, you can really get in there.
Okay,
So,
you're on to something.
yeah, you can keep sniffing Geffen, man. I'm not gonna stop you. Like I'm proud of you.
I
Everyone
do my
needs a
best
hobby.
work on gasoline. All right.
I do my best on meth. So
So Metallica's
what I
never wait. Sorry, scratch
do my best
that.
work on gasoline.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah. So what do you guys do to train? It sounds like you're out at Yellow Belly a lot, like you were saying, because you have to test reaction time, all that stuff.
I mean, as far as training for the mini bike aspect of it, there's no substitute for practice runs. I mean,
Okay.
time on the track, hitting it, practicing the tree, that's about it. Now, from an aspect to try and become faster, we've tried to alter our lifestyle and lose weight and become healthier.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we've had that
Every
up-
little bit of weight that you shave off helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
And
mean,
you've been killing it, Misty.
Wait.
I know you've C4 had mentioned that you wanted that title, and you were doing everything you could.
I
to
did.
get-
I'm very, very competitive. I'm
Yeah.
not very vocal usually about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, even against myself, like I will pull up my old slips, and if I don't do as well as the most recent one, it really bums me out. And I'm like, okay, I got to go back. Got to do
Okay.
that light again. I got to hit it again. Got to hit it again.
Yeah,
Because
if
I
Misty
always want
cuts
to
a
be
bad
better
light, she
and
gets
better.
mad.
I get mad at myself.
Okay.
You got a special guest? You want to hop in the back? there?
Flacco!
Zane the Marine.
What's up, dude?
Jason. What it do, y'all?
So I'm excited. So something you guys should have came on. Y'all should have also show up tomorrow at 12 because Flacco's mom, Miss,
Mama's gonna be.
yeah, she's gonna be cooking.
Oh,
So if anyone needs parts, show up around 12.
I'm off tomorrow, so I
Y'all
might
should've took
come.
2 days off. Bro.
I know, right? maybe I'll have to get out and do site checks or something.
Heck yeah, come out this
What time
way.
is lunch?
12.
All right.
Yeah, pull up. Most definitely.
We were just giving you kudos, giving you a shout out.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, the work you put in for the 660 and just in general for kind of growing the scene around here, everyone notices it, man. We
It's
appreciate
paying
you.
off. It's
So,
paying
Not
yeah.
a one-man job.
Yeah,
But,
no,
you know,
it's you
but
guys are
thank
part of
y'all,
the
man.
core. You guys are
Thank
the
y'all.
core nucleus that's growing this thing.
That's
Hey.
all I really want, bro. I just want the sport big.
Since Flacco's here right now, we'll go ahead and announce that we do have another big race coming up at the end of the season. Well, I'm calling it the end of the season, but it's going to be sometime in probably late September.
Okay.
It's going to be in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah.
And the pot is going to be in excess of $35,000 to $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to be out in
So,
Lubbock.
with that being said, however much the buy-in pot is, plus the
Put
4K
that on
split
top
up.
of it.
Wow, okay.
So, like, if we use the GPS 660, for instance, the small block open class, I think it was right at $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 18.
There would have been another $2,000 thrown in on top of that pot.
Okay.
Yeah,
So wait,
and,
what,
and shout out to Scott and the 232 Racing out of Lubbock.
Okay.
Those Top Fuel guys. They jumped on the mini bike scene, got hooked, and me and him have been talking back and forth, and we're going to do some good things together.
Okay.
Those are some solid guys out there in Lubbock.
what track is it going to be at?
It's
or-
at the Lubbock drag strip.
Lubbock Drag Strip.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the one that clued me in and showed me pictures of the new San Angelo track that's being built.
Cool.
All concrete track.
When so when is the San Angelo going to be done?
I'm not for sure. I don't have a timeline. I saw an aerial view of it,
Man.
and it looked nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
I mean, San Angelo was kind of growing a little bit. I was
And
out
it's
there
only
a couple
what
of years ago.
2.5, 3 hours from here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a drive there, race all day, and drive home kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's like some
Or
California
hang out in
shootout.
the sheep capital of the
California
world.
tournament, that type of
Yeah.
way.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So, or of
we're,
the United States.
We're
so.
excited about having Scott get in the mini bike world and him being Top Fuel race with motorcycles.
Yeah.
Him coming from that background, he's able to bring a lot of knowledge from other events, and from a racing standpoint.
Yeah.
So, those guys, very nice to meet you, man. Solid. Be looking forward to working with those dudes.
Awesome.
Do you want to give us a rundown of those dates and those races that you have on top of your
Those
head?
dates, we don't have set dates yet. I know we've picked the month of September because of the heat in Texas. We wanted to not hamper the race, but we don't want to wait till it gets cold. There's going to be several races in between now and then. Ours is on June 28th of this month.
Okay, so June 28th,
Yeah, June
which
28th
is a
Friday
Friday,
night. Yep.
out at
Yellow Belly.
Grand Prairie, Texas.
Yep, Grand Prairie, Texas. We'll be running off what's called a Flashlight Friday. It'll be instant green.
Oh.
Oh, really? So no ambers, it's just
Okay.
dry.
No amber. And in the future, just be aware of this. I will be switching things up. There will be some races with some hand drops.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whoa.
absolutely.
Okay.
Old school.
So you're gonna have to
Flashlight.
train in a couple of different
Yep.
ways. to
Hand
race.
drops, flashlight. We're going to switch it up. It's never going to be the same.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the next? So is there a Temple Harley drag?
There is a Temple
Yes.
race in.
This next weekend.
It's
ain't
it's the 4th, 5th, and 6th of July.
it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Houston this
Holiday
weekend.
Yeah,
weekend.
Houston.
Houston is
Yeah,
this
shout out
weekend.
to Eastside Minibikes. They have their race in Houston at Houston Motor Park Saturday. I think there's a few of us going to try to go down there. I think Cole might be going down there.
It's in the air for me.
Yeah, us too. I might be on call
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't
with my
gonna
job,
do it.
but regardless, I hope they have a good race and be safe.
So if people wanted to find the schedule, where do people go?
Go to DFW Minibike Drag Racing on Facebook.
Okay.
DFW
Minibike drag
Race.
racing.
Okay.
Don't come
On
on
Facebook.
Don't come on our page with all of that.
You have to answer some
Yeah,
questions. You have to
honcho.
answer some questions to get
Yeah.
in, and
Yeah.
I've been the one approving people here lately. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't answer those questions, I don't let you in. And if you say no to one of them, I don't let you in.
If
Yeah.
you get on there bashing people, you will be put out.
You're getting kicked out.
You get on there scamming
There's no need
people,
for it.
You
Yeah.
will be put out.
And we
It's-
don't need no cartoons of our bikes.
T-shirts of them, yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, we seem like we have a pretty tight group on that page. Everybody seems real cool. If you need help, questions, you want to get faster, ask questions. We're all willing to help.
Closed
Gotcha.
mouth won't get fed.
And then, how often are you guys out there at Yellow Belly training, or just hanging out racing?
Man, we try and go as much as possible. There was a time where we were living out there once a
Every
week,
weekend.
and sometimes
Okay.
twice a week. Now that they opened up on Fridays.
Fridays.
Okay.
Before we would pop out there every once in a while on Thursday night,
Yeah.
but Sundays were our day.
before the
But now that Friday's opened, we've gotten real tight with Bill. Shout out to Bill at Yellow Belly.
especially if it's something coming up, like for the 660,
Friday night's the way.
dude, I might pass this 3 days straight.
Oh,
in a
okay.
row.
Yeah.
Nice.
I tuned my bike for 2 days, and then the third day I jumped on Day-Day's bike, and I be dang, I was making a lick on his.
Got
that
it.
was 3 days in a row. Boy, that Monday after the 660, I was like, I don't.
You burned out all your adrenaline, man. Like,
We took the day off after the 660, and by the time the Polestar picnic and then the 660 hit,
I
man,
should've.
Monday we were
We were
done.
dead.
yeah.
We were done. I was
Yeah.
tired, and we stayed out to the 660 late. I don't think we left there till like 11:30.
I mean, you guys were still
Yeah, it was about
running grudge
midnight.
racing.
That was pretty
Yeah, I
young.
think I
was
raced.
rolling out
I
at
think
like
I raced
10:30 or
Rick
something. So.
from Busted Knuckles at like 10 o'clock at night. It was late.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to get back to the rest of my day job. Just want to stop, show some love, tell y'all I love you.
Appreciate you for
Love
flying.
you.
Being
You
great.
good, Flacco?
Glad y'all here. Look what we did.
That's right.
Still
Hey,
doing
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, it's going to get bigger, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the beginning, baby.
Nope, the other way.
Oh, that way. Back.
See y'all, man.
See ya.
Yeah, see
Take it
ya.
easy.
My guy.
He's a good guy.
I'm gonna have
Yes.
to I have to throw his theme song on there.
What's his theme song?
The one by Mystical.
Danger.
No, not Danger. It's a deeper cut. It's a deeper cut than that. So yeah.
So Friday nights at a Yellow Belly, are they as hectic as
No.
Sunday nights are?
No, and that's another reason why we like going on Friday nights. It's not quite as popular with the party scene, with the loud music guys. And with that being said, it's more of a family atmosphere,
Okay.
more of a
Okay.
laid back. And they're pushing that for that Friday night. That's what this guy, his name is Bill, he actually runs Friday night for Easton.
Okay.
And that's what they're pushing for. It is a laid back, no mess, no hectic, no chaotic environment.
No, mariachi music.
They like
going
the
up
music.
to
That's
11.
Saturday.
They
Okay,
like
that's
the
Saturday night.
They like the
That's
music
Saturday
over
night.
the intercom versus over like everybody's speakers.
Yeah.
There's that taco truck there on Fridays.
No,
No.
unfortunately, man, we're sad about that. The taco lady, listen, taco lady, if you get this, somebody get this out there to the taco
Fridays.
lady.
Yeah.
We
Friday-
need you on Fridays.
Friday nights, those tacos need to slap.
Yeah, man. So for you guys, and you can answer this independently, who is your biggest competition right now in the scene?
Man, I don't necessarily feel like I have any competition because I'm not really in competition with anybody.
Wow.
We're-
Well,
we're-
those some hefty words there.
I mean, with that being said, I'm
I
not
see
trying
where
to
he's
race
going.
nobody. I try to help everybody. There's not
Yeah.
nobody I particularly want to beat. Now, there was a point in time me and Kevin was battling back and forth because we were both heavier. We were
Yeah.
both the big boys on the little bikes.
Yeah.
And so we were battling back and forth, and he had a 3-inch motor, I had a 236, and we would almost cross the finish line dead even.
Wow.
He would out mile an hour me because I'd get out in front of him, and then he'd catch me right at the end. So it was real good racing. I got some videos of Big Kevin on GoPro just hauling butt on his little bike. 80 mile an hour plus that big dude.
Yes.
Well, with that being said, once I went up to a 3-inch motor, I kind of got away from him, and we stopped racing. I'm not fast enough to hang with Devin or any of those light guys.
No.
But Misty, on the other hand, there is another female in Fort Worth. Shout out to Israel and Blanca. They've actually helped us rise to the occasion and up our racing game because Misty's gotten some female competition, and Misty likes to be the fastest, and Misty wanted to be the fastest. And we told them when they were beating all the boys in the beginning before Misty had her bike built, I told Israel, I said, hey, I'm building a bike for my wife. We want to race y'all.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Misty got her bike built, and she had a 225, and we raced her, and Misty beat her, and we didn't race for a while. The weekend of the 660, we grudge raced them again. They got a whole new motor set up. Misty got a whole new motor set up since the
Okay.
last time. They raced again. Misty beat her again, and so we'll see at this next event what's going to happen. Now
Very cool.
Misty's got a whole new motor set up. I don't know if they've done anything to their bike, but the way we look at it is that we're not trying to particularly race somebody over and over and over. We're just trying to go fast.
Yeah.
And if that means we want to race somebody, that particular person, over and over and over to get fast, then that's what we're going to do. But we're going to continue to raise her level of equipment, to raise her level of performance. She's going to continually get faster and faster and faster. So the
Gotcha.
only way to do that is to continue to make your equipment better and better and better.
Yeah.
And you do that in your everyday life, right? You just want to get better and better. So that's what it's about for me. It's not in particular anyone, racing anyone in particular, but just getting better at everything, and why not win?
Okay.
I think Misty gets more of a pleasure beating her own personal record, besting her PB,
Then.
than actually racing somebody.
I
Okay.
do. I
Okay.
do. That's what it is for me.
Now, don't get us wrong. We
but
do
I
like
really
beat
would,
people.
Yeah, I really would like to see more female racers, though. I really, really
So
would.
what can we do to get more women into the sport?
I don't know. You've got me on the live podcast. Maybe
Yeah.
Israel and Blanca.
Okay.
Bring them in
Put 'em on the board.
and chat with them.
Yeah, they're good people.
You know, Brandy is out there. She's got a bike. I don't know if she's interested with Busted
Rick.
Knuckles.
Rick
Yeah.
Watson.
You know,
Get
so
that
I
lady
think
going
they're out
fast.
there.
Yeah.
We just need to get them on the bike.
Hey, and they have a Montoya frame.
They could easily slap one together.
We need a Dorch class.
Yes, you do need a Montoya class because we've got enough bikes to almost get one going now.
Well, I'm curious about classes. So, in these races coming up, like the one that's on June 28th, there's not like a women's class. You just kind of file in with
No,
the rest of
honestly,
the
we
boys.
don't
Side
have
note,
we don't
have-
Brandy
With the
said
guys.
something is in the works.
Oh,
Brandy said something is in the works, so she's working. It's time to
we
get
don't have
Brandy
enough
on a
females
bike.
at this time to have an all-female class. If we had 4 or 5, I would do that. Just you know. But with that being said, I'm almost positive that all the women are going to say no. They want to race the dudes.
yeah.
That would-
that's
to
kind
me-
of what
Blanca-
Mackenzie was
Blanca
saying. when we
was
had her on.
whooping all the dudes in the beginning.
Yeah.
I've seen her beat Devin. She's beat Minibike Ricky. She's beat all the dudes down there at Yellow Belly, and that's why Misty wanted to race her so bad because she was doing so well.
Yeah.
With that being said, a true racer is going to want to race anybody, and Misty wants to race anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll tell you who's on Misty's hit list right now.
Okay,
Stop.
who? No, come on.
Spill the tea.
Yeah.
Devin, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered,
Dude.
son.
I thought it
Call
was
him
Devin.
out.
Days are numbered, Devin.
Here he is, Devin.
So actually, I mean, shouts out to Devin. We decided to pick up a little bit of sponsorship with him, so
Yeah.
we got him a bike this week. Team Devin and Kevin. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I heard.
That's
And
awesome.
if anybody deserves it, it's Devin. He works hard and he's young, got a young family, so
He's committed, man.
I'm sure things are not always easy, and sometimes things are tight. So for y'all to help him out like that, that's good, man. It's cool.
So
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
There's
He
been-
helped me with the tree a couple of times,
Nice.
trying to
Oh.
get focused on it and gave me some coaching. 'cause
Yeah,
I
and
was
if
like,
anytime something needs to be
Yeah.
started up or somebody needs something help, Devin's always there.
Yeah.
nice.
And actually, any of those.
And he's
guys,
always got a
really.
smile on his face. I think the only time
Yeah.
he's not smiling is when he's
Yeah.
on the line. Like,
Mi- Mi-
he
Misty-
looks super serious.
Misty's
but-
like the track mom. She always has snacks and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
for all the
their,
little
their,
kiddos.
their little girl Rain, she instantly comes up to Misty and always wants chocolate muffins or whatever we
That's
have.
what's up.
That's really
So
sweet,
yeah,
man.
we're tight with Devin. and
But
his
it's
family.
I mean, that's the thing. Down there, it really is a family atmosphere, and I think that I think maybe there's a misconception sometimes about what Yellow Belly's like, and
It definitely does have a bad reputation, and I think a lot of people don't give it a chance. A lot of people find out that I race Yellow Belly, and they're like, "What?
yeah,
Oh, you go what? You go there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. I've never had a problem. I've never felt unsafe.
yeah.
Um,
I brought my family's gone down there 2 or 3 times.
I've never had anything
so-
stolen while I've been there. But with that being said, I always make sure to kind of watch my stuff. I don't ever just leave it laying around.
That's common sense. though.
Yeah, it's just you don't trust that. I don't trust that anywhere.
Yeah,
But with that being said, I've never had any problem with Yellow Belly. We love Yellow Belly.
yeah, man. No, that's
And-
I love the I
and
love
the,
it.
The tighter we get with the track and Eason and Bill and those guys, man, it's just more and more exciting that we get because the sky's the limit. They're talking about for the next 660, giving us the whole east side of the track with the awning and all that.
Oh,
they're
that'd be
They're
nice.
talking about giving that whole thing to us. They're going to dump money in on top of the pot next time.
Okay, very cool.
So
I'm glad we made a good impression with this event,
Yeah.
and I'm glad. I mean, you guys are the ones who really you showed them this is a real thing.
yeah, and that's just by going out there and showing up, and week after week they seeing us. And once again, thank them for giving us the opportunity to have somewhere to race because a lot of the tracks are not going to give mini bikes the time of day.
Yeah. I mean, in general, it's tough to find tracks anyway. Like the fact that they're building one in San Angelo is kind of wild.
Tracks and tracks
It's-
are closing and disappearing.
Yeah.
The more and more urban development starts to develop, the closer it gets to tracks,
Yeah.
the more and more they shut down.
'Cause
The only
that-
people who are going to keep them open are us supporting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the thing is like there's opportunity on the track. I mean, that's the thing is the same way that go-karting was kind of a funnel for people who got into racing later on.
Yeah.
I think mini bikes people are going to be training on them. Kids are going to train on them if they have the spaces to do it, and then they're going to be really fast nitro racers. They're going to be really fast motorcycle racers. So I think there's opportunity there
Yeah.
for them.
Motorcycle drag racing has been on the decline for the last several years.
Yeah.
And mini bike might be one of the things that save it.
Yeah.
Psychodrag, psychodrag.com, shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
He came to our first mini bike drag race and covered it, and I think that's part of the reason why I got hooked because I seen myself on social media racing my mini bike for the first time and saw what it could be and saw all the interest in it. And he's been covering it every event that he goes to that's a motorcycle event that coincides a mini bike event along with it. that's where
cover
he's
it,
been
too.
covering it, and he's been questioning yes or no mini bike, yes or no mini bike. That's his thing. He likes to ask yes or no.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of support nationally for it. I never thought that it would be so nationally sought after from coast to coast.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we literally had people from coast to coast. We had people from California,
Yeah.
and we had people from
Carolinas.
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All over.
That's right.
and Texas racing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to all the people who made trips like states and states.
Yeah.
Colorado guys, the St. Louis guys.
Yeah.
Georgia, Johnny Berry and those guys drove from Georgia.
Get some of the Floridians out here.
Yeah.
You know?
Those Florida guys, man, they know how to race.
Yeah.
They
Get
got
Detroit out here.
the Florida Minibike
Detroit
Racing
race.
League. Julio Jones and those guys, they got some fast stuff.
They move. Okay.
Yeah, and that's where I want to get this. I want to get this Texas thing to a point to where we got the attention of the national.
Yeah.
So if we get everybody's attention nationally, they'll all want to come to Texas to race, and so eventually maybe we can hold some kind of national event.
It's a good central location
Exactly.
when you think about it.
Exactly. And the weather here in the late summer, October, September,
Yeah.
is be great. We don't want to hold no July, August races,
Yeah. So yeah, we don't really have an autumn here, do we? It's more of a
Man, we kind
You
of
have late summer and early
skipped
summer.
spring this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It just
Spring's
jumped right
gone.
into
It's
summer.
done.
It's like done. I've been talking to some San Antonio guys, Larry, shout out to Larry, about holding a street race down there in San Antonio, a
Okay.
mini bike street race. And we talked about what months to do it in and this and that. And somebody mentioned August, and we were just all kind of like, no.
You're crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. San Antonio in August on the streets, we'd die.
I mean, if it's in like a hockey rink or something, sure, you guys could do it. But
So-
otherwise, I don't see it
yeah.
happening, man.
Yeah. So stay tuned. There will be a street race in San Antonio coming up,
Okay, cool.
probably at the end of summer.
Gotcha. Yeah. So keep an eye out on
Yeah.
DFW mini bikes.
Correct.
Drag mini bikes.
Yeah.
Mini bike drag racing. I got this.
So I was wondering about other classes. So the women's classes, but how about heavy class? Is it what you're going to call it?
I am all for a heavyweight class. We just got to have enough show up. If I have enough guys show up and say, hey, look, me, him, and him all want to race each other, and we're all over whatever weight. I've seen it at 190 pounds and over, 200 pounds and over, 175. I went to one race and they cutoff was 175 and below.
175
Yeah.
for heavyweight. Well, I guess for
Well, it was
most
just
jockeys are
anybody
like, yeah.
anybody under 175 was one class. Anybody over 175. So if you weighed 176, you were probably going to dominate the heavy class.
Yeah.
So there's still going to be adversities to overcome in a weight class, but with the right race setup, you could
Yeah.
probably set it up and have it run real close.
Okay.
Because that's the last thing you want to do is promote a race and get racers out there and then somebody just get dominated. Because you want nice close races.
Yeah.
Even if you lose, you want to be in that close race. I don't mind, like when I lost to Cali, I didn't really mind losing to him that much because it was a close race. If he'd have just crushed me, then yeah, I'd have been real upset.
Yeah. Shout out to Blake for destroying people's dreams.
Shout out to that guy for just dominating people. I mean, it took I think it was a 1,000 sport bike on nitrous to beat him.
Really?
Piloted by probably the best jockey around, Snoop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Shout out to Dap Williams and Snoop.
Okay. Nice. But yeah, no man, that thing moves. Like,
Yeah, I want to see him grow that class. I would like to see that get just as big as the gas class. Have
Okay.
just as many bikes.
cool. So, so are you guys going to have weight classes for upcoming races or not?
I plan on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
I just need to have interest. If people chime in and say, hey, look, I've got at least 4 or 5 guys that weigh over this amount, and we want to run our own class,
Gotcha.
say less. I'll sign you up.
Yeah. Okay, Thick Kings, you heard it here.
Yeah,
Get out there.
same thing with like a slow class. I want to call it a slow class, but like a stock class. If you have
Yeah.
a stock motor with a governor or something like that, and it don't take a whole lot of money to drag race. And we want an avenue for everybody to race.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a fast mini bike to get out and have fun. Like I told you, the first race I went to, I had a 212 with the governor take off, and it did 30, 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. No, I think that's.
I think my 8th mile time was 14 seconds or something like that.
Goodness.
it was measured on a calendar.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, hey, but I had fun. It was a blast.
Yeah.
And I, a grown ass man on a little bitty bike out there having fun.
Yeah, but that's what it's about. At the end of the day, these things, it really is about fun. Even when you guys are grudge racing, even when the money on the line is one thing, but it's still, there is this component where it's not.
That's exactly right. And we take that from even winning or losing. Like some people, they want to win so bad that they'll get a jockey to jockey their bike instead of them being a little heavy and riding their own bike and losing. See, I'm the point to where I'm a little heavy, but I'm going to take that L because to me that's fun.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting beat by Day Day as he's going down the track because he's little, and he's done it.
Yeah, he's little. Shouts out to little Day Day.
So first time I raced Day Day, we took off, and I went. Yeah, I mean, it's the nature of being heavier.
Yeah.
It's a weight game. Mini bike is a weight game. So, absolutely, if they want weight classes, we'll make them.
Dope. Okay.
Slow class, we'll make them.
So how many events do you see making up the season for, we'll call it the Texas Mini Bike Circuit?
I'm thinking we could probably promote and handle if everybody could keep their stuff together. I'm thinking maybe 2 a month.
Okay.
2 a month would be hard to do different places because the turnaround time, if you break something or if you have to order parts or if you want to make a complete setup change or something like that, it could be a little much in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason why when I planned this 28th race, I wanted to give it almost a little bit over a month from the 660 to have everybody ready. And plus, if everybody was going to come back to Texas or make long trips, it would give them a few weeks, not so they had to turn around time to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. I do have a question about, so like the racing around here seems to be very much, it's like, sometimes there will be a builder and a jockey. Usually it's a person or 2 people building their own bikes and riding them around here. Mm-hmm. We were lucky to watch a documentary and stuff, and it seems like on the West Coast it's really more about the idea of like there's a group. Do you see that kind of environment growing around here?
I can say that us DFW guys, we can consider ourselves a group, a core team.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
And we've even talked about having like town or city races against other cities, like like DFW versus San Antonio, or like I was going to set up a race, and it's still going to happen. We're going to do Oklahoma versus Texas.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The All-Star game.
Yeah, Ricardo, 405 guys. Yeah, we're gonna get together with those guys.
I'm scared of that because I feel like Jack Ramsey is really good at smack talking, and I'm really worried about what he's gonna.
Yeah. Jack will make it interesting for sure.
Yeah,
and Tristan and all those guys, they're fast. I mean, they've got some fast guys.
Tristan's and they're
so we look forward to that, and that's what we want to do. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to make everybody faster.
Yeah.
The more we race each other, the more we're going to get faster. If we stay stagnant and stale and nobody races each other, we're never going to know where we're at.
Yeah.
We're never going to catch up to the California guys. We're never going to be able to compete with the Florida guys, or we never know if we are going to be able to. I was real proud of Texas this time around versus last year. Last year, there was a big performance gap difference between us and like California. It was a different group of guys that came out from California this time.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
still, like
OG and those guys, that's a super fast group. And for my bike to even come as close as it did, and then to see Kevin bike with Devin on it beat OG, super exciting.
Yeah. I mean, OG's a phenom, man. Like that kid's going places.
Yeah, and with that being said, that just goes to show you where Kevin and Devin is at. They're putting Texas on the map, and with all that being said, we're on the coattails. We're pushing. We're making them better.
Yeah. So now, do you see 8th Mile going around the U.S., or do you think that the Texas scene is going to have to adapt?
No, I mean honestly, I kind of see 8th Mile being the sweet spot.
Okay.
Because most tracks are 8th Mile. First of all, and second of all, 8th Mile the time frame that it takes to get a race off on a mini bike.
On a programming level, it's
correct.
Easier.
You can get more races off in a time frame on an 8th Mile than you could quarter.
Okay.
It's just it's math.
Gotcha.
And I think you're going to hold the audience, the people who are watching the mini bike races, more captive, and they're going to be more invested in 8th Mile versus quarter.
Okay.
Because it's going to take the bike longer to get down the quarter mile. It's going to be farther down the mile. They're not going to get to see it as much. It's harder to see the mini bikes because they're smaller. It's harder to tell who won if the track doesn't kind of have an indicator of who wins.
Yeah.
Like at Yellow Belly, a lot of people don't realize, but there's lights above the lanes that
Oh,
come
yeah.
on. A lot of people don't know that. They're like, I can't tell who wins.
Look for the light.
Yeah, I have to explain to them there's a light above your lane.
Yeah.
So, 330 is another distance that's could be a popular racing point because it's just far enough to where it's fast, but just short enough to where it can be
It's like
quick.
the 50 meter of
It could be
of
extremely
mini bikes.
quick. I mean, you could gear a bike to take off real quick and be super aggressive out of the hole with gearing for the 330. So there's a lot of people that say 330 is the way to go. Around here, we personally feel like 8th mile is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
We want to try some quarter mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Yellow Belly have sensors at the 330 mark?
No,
They don't.
Okay.
no. The 330 is not timed at Yellow Belly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Easton will.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking if there's interest.
Yeah. They have done some work to the timing system here lately and the ticket printout. I know that.
Okay.
And it has a spot on the ticket for the 330 time. I don't think they just have the beam going across for the time sensor at that
Okay.
spot.
So there might be a future.
But they do
of-
at Thunder Valley, and I think they do at Ardmore. Ardmore is another track that's showing some interest with mini bikes. They just had a race, I think last Friday. Yeah, last Friday night they had a bracket mini bike race in Ardmore, Oklahoma, which is like an hour and a half from here.
Oh.
Yeah, I love going up to Ardmore because that's where the Lime usually is,
Yeah.
and then we have a couple customers that come up here from. A Buster is from Ardmore, I believe.
Is it really?
Yeah, him and his
Yeah,
dad.
they're getting heavy into racing there. The 232 guys from Lubbock are talking to a few guys from Ardmore, so there's a lot of networking going on in this mini bike game. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Nice.
a lot of people are connecting. And
That's awesome.
The 660 and the Pull Start Picnic really helped that out.
Oh. I mean, I'm glad that people are interested in it.
Yeah,
Like that's.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got Cheese from Iowa saying what's up. And then 12 Gauge Garage saying he's hoping to make it out to the GPS 180 next year. He's from Orlando.
Nice.
Oh.
It'll be
Nice.
his first mini bike race. So
There we go.
Yeah,
speaking
we got
of
people
the
from all
180,
over.
man, if anybody out there wants to sponsor a jockey for the dirt, I do not have any dirt stuff. So
I mean, we could Frankenstein a bike for you, man. Like,
hey,
yeah.
I used to BMX race when I was a kid, so I could probably adapt to the dirt pretty easy. But I have interest in getting into dirt racing. I such a background in drag and street that it's just naturally where I went to, and now I'm almost out of room. I need a bigger garage.
Yeah, because I think just a Hurricane, just
Yeah.
a stock Hurricane. The
Oh, I
biggest
just need
thing
to get
is
with
just
Bobby
staying
Hammond
on.
and
Oh
have
yeah,
him-
Oh, yeah.
have me,
exactly.
Or I mean, that's also. I mean, we were talking about incorporating. What was it called? Dirt drag. We wanted to include dirt drag.
Now the
at
Mini
180.
Mayhem, I've watched the Mini Mayhem dirt drags, and they do look fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe that's a way to you can combine two passions.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you been to the 180?
No,
Yeah, because I think I've seen your post. You're usually at another race during the 180.
that weekend we were in Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in Temple at the drags there.
Yeah.
No. I take that back. We were at the North Texas NTX
NTX,
street
that's what it
race
is, yeah.
over in, I think it's is it Wynnewood, Texas? Maybe.
I don't
But it's the North Texas Street Drags.
Yes.
And that's a blast because it's on the streets and it's at a town festival. The town comes out. They're really into it. They come out and watch us. The local sheriff shows up with his radar gun and was radaring us.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It was only like, I think, 250 foot, maybe 300 foot. It wasn't very far. So it was a quick race. Cole Weaver came out there, and me and him we put on a show.
Heck
Because
yeah.
everybody was pull start, other than our two bikes. We had the most two serious drag bikes out there. So a lot of the small town people had never seen anything like that
Yeah.
before.
Shouts
So-
out to NTX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to NTX, man. Those guys are good guys, man. They gave away some cool trophies. Misty won an award for
Oh, congrats.
her,
Show bike?
her bike won
Very
the
cool.
bike show that they had. Me and Cole were the fastest two guys out there that day. They did weight classes. Cole, of course, was in the little class, and I was in the heavy class.
For dirt, Rick said he'll put you on his bike.
Say less, Rick Watson.
Nice,
Dang, so
man.
there's a him and Brandon or no Brandon?
Brandon?
Oh no,
Rick
Rick's
Watson?
probably got so many bikes, man. He's
Or
probably got an
another
extra.
bike.
He's probably
Oh,
got an
okay,
extra
not on
bike.
his
For the
team.
180.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's talking about for the
Heck
180.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of multiple bikes, Are you guys working on any other bikes at the moment?
I have decided that I am going to build another drag bike. I am also going to up my serious level of competition. Like Misty upped hers, I'm going to also up mine. So there will be another drag bike being built in my future, probably in the next 2 months or so, maybe.
Very cool. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Misty, do you work on bikes too, or is it kind of
That is
That's kinda
his
Chris's
thing.
thing.
He likes to tinker, and so that's what he does.
She is willing to help. She comes in there and asks me all the time if
He won't let me.
If I ever need to help. And it's not necessarily that I won't let her. It's just some of the things that I've typically do to turn the bike around after a race. It's just easier if I do it myself.
you've already got you have
Yeah.
the steps are in your head. You
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
Yeah. Like
B-Rod.
Flacco and Day Day and all those guys, they turn around one bike after a race. I've got 2 bikes to
Yeah.
turn around.
Yeah.
And sometimes 3 because I've got 3 drag bikes. And a lot of times I take all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, and they all 3 run on methanol. So after every race, it's oil change, flush out the carburetor, all, a whole turnaround. So it's actually a lot of work.
B-Rod from CFW Radio says you're awesome. And then Brandy says learn to share, and the Dorch is on here.
Yeah,
If
that's
it
one of
ain't
my.
a MBR us frame, toss it in the trash.
Well, I want to talk about your frame then. So, what color are we calling your bike?
So the color is Mermaid Candy.
Mermaid Candy.
And I name my vehicles, and I've named her. She is Dracania,
Okay.
female dragon.
Nice.
Very cool.
So I've noticed that you've got this dragon
We gotta-
poster here.
we
So I'm
gotta
going to
hook you
have to
up.
find one or get a
Yes.
shirt.
We'll definitely get you one.
Yeah.
But
She's
you
like,
want-
I need that. Baby.
Need that.
we might have one out here. If you hang out, I'll see if I can find you one. We should have another one hanging
Dope.
around.
Okay, yeah.
But you won at Pool Star Picnic. You won an award, right?
I did. I won Busted Knuckles Best Pick.
Nice.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
It's always
pristine.
cool to get an award from a peer.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I mean it's one thing to win it from whoever's sponsoring it, but to give it to somebody who has no skin in the game was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, the Watsons are cool people, man.
They
The
are.
Busted Knuckles.
Oh yeah.
Great,
Top notch,
great,
man.
great people.
And it's the same bike you drag, so not only is it just pretty, but it also goes fast.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That's a race bike that
Absolutely.
you can show.
And since you just ran a GPS 660, I guess you then polished it afterwards and brought
It's
it
a
back
completely
up?
different setup than it was at the 660.
Really?
Completely. It's
Oh,
got a different motor than it had at the 660. It's got a different front tire, different front end.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tell us all
And
the
it's
details.
got a billet head.
Yes. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
You got the Alfano up on top.
Yeah,
How big's that carb? A 32?
that is a 32 Paul worked carb,
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Shout out to Paul.
Crafton special.
Yeah.
crafted special.
Nice. Okay.
Till it's a master.
That's right. Yeah, Master Tilly.
So for you, Misty, do you have other bikes that you can race in other classes, or just this one bike?
I have just this one bike, but if he gets a new bike, then I'll have an option of another just like him.
Just go.
Heck yeah. So do you have a neighborhood cruiser by any chance?
Jones
Do you-
cutting
do
across.
you-
Oh no!
do you cruise on the neighborhood on any of these?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Actually, at this point in time, we don't have any cruise bikes.
Oh.
We're all serious race.
Gotcha.
You can't cruise a race bike
No,
just like
it'd
you
be
can't
too
really
crazy.
race a cruise bike. I mean,
Exactly.
you can, but you can't really be competitive.
And we need to get you like a little rascal or something
Man,
just to toot around.
It would be
on.
hard for me just to take a stock bike and leave it alone.
Really?
It really is, because that's what I have. Like, I have a Coleman CT100 that I planned on just like cruising around the neighborhood, making a pit bike out of it. No, it's full blown drag bike now. It's stretched, got a slick on it. Now it's got the 236 that came out of hers.
Heck
Right.
yeah.
You're like,
So-
oh, I'm just gonna take the governor out of this, and like 5 hours later, it's just an entirely different
Is
bike.
that not
Like-
that's the truth, right?
It's exactly the way it went. It's exactly the way it went.
Well, shoot, I think we're up against it.
Okay, we're at time.
We want to thank you guys so much for taking time off your day just to come chat with us.
No,
thank you guys
the
for making
honor's right
time.
here for y'all to invite us and to have us be part of this.
No, thank
This
you
was
guys.
awesome.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Let's plug the Facebook group again.
It's DFW Minibike Drag Racing on Facebook. Check us out. We have a race on the 28th. More races to come.
Okay, so everyone tune in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Do you want people to come friend you or just say hi?
Yeah. No. Come friend me. I friend just everybody that friends me on Facebook. I usually always accept. except for if you're trying to sell cartoons. Yeah, I'm out.
Instagram or just Facebook?
No, just Facebook. She's got Instagram.
Okay. Do you want to plug it, or is it more just personal stuff?
It's more just personal stuff.
Okay, that's fine. So make sure to go find, type in the Facebook group one more time.
C4 on Facebook, C4 Corvette, and then Minibike Drag Racing, DFW.
Okay, yeah.
DFW
W
Minibike Drag Racing.
Perfect. Well, so thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys just tuning in, living with us. If you have any comments, make sure to leave them down below. Always please subscribe, and as always, guys,
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And as always, right on.
It's just the drums first.
If you had your headphones on.
I know, I tried. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for
This was fun.
This was
Thank you guys for coming.